Excuse me.
Right now, the speaker has done us all. I found one. If you're taking a walk with us, please keep stretching. Well done, DJ Amster Sound. Yeah, we are cooling down. Yes. Slowly. Okay. Stop now. Well done, remember the minister. Thank you. Yeah, let's keep stretching. We are cooling down. Stretch. Let us stretch, because if you don't stretch, you will have some muscle cramps tomorrow. Let's stretch. Yeah, we're stretching. I need some space here. Yeah, that's a good one. So we are stretching, all of us. Okay, well done, Coach Ronnie. Yeah, we're stretching.
And for the organized this malaria walk, Ministry of Health, thank you for doing your best. This is our second walk. We started last year with the walk, and we had a series of activities towards the walk. But memorable of those was the conference we had with all the malaria stakeholders. And in that, I remember the words our patron informed us on that day. And for him, actually, we are most grateful. Our deepest thank you goes to our patron, Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa. On that day when the Ministry of Health officials gave him the position of Uganda in terms of the international malaria burden, we were informed that we are in the third position, most heavily burdened country in the world, malaria burdened, that we were only better than Nigeria and DRC Congo. In his speech, he gave guidance. He told us that if we are to fight malaria effectively, we should first and foremost speak to each other, the African countries. And I remember him underscoring the importance of also speaking to those countries, DRC and Nigeria, where we were reported to be performing better, because we were in the third position, malaria most burdened countries in the entire world. We took those words seriously as his forum, and what we did was to come up with an idea of having a replication of Uganda Parliamentary Forum in all those African countries that are burdened with malaria. Our dream was close to success. The day we were going to have the Pan-African Parliament sitting in Kampala, the sitting never happened. Otherwise, we had prepared. Rollback Malaria was willing to stand with us in that cause to enable us create a platform like this one, because we identify ourselves as a platform you can use to access us, bypassing the bureaucracy that you would actually meet. You can see that you can easily meet the Deputy Speaker because of UPFM. Any stakeholder can easily meet the Honorable Minister of Health. So we organize ourselves this way. We are over 300 members of parliament belonging to various committees of parliament, and we can handle any issue as it arises. Furthermore, as to why we are most grateful to our patron, the Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa, is that even after listening to the challenges, appreciating the achievements we've made, that was the communication from the Ministry of Health. They highlighted the achievements we've made, and it was desirous that we should not lose those achievements. When he had the challenges, he highlighted the need of a community approach to the fight against malaria. And as this forum, we started moving very fast to implement his desire. What have we done? We were lucky. Parliament sponsored a good number of us to go and attend the Pan-African Mosquito Control Conference in Addis Ababa. Again, other members, part of us, were sponsored by Women in Vector Control. Let's clap for that organization. We thank you for that. Others were sponsored by Malaria Free Uganda. Thank you, Malaria Free Uganda. Target Malaria organized us. Thank you, Target Malaria. I'm using the opportunity within the speech to also express gratitude to those who have stood with us. But when we were in Ethiopia, we realized that on the entire African continent, we were the only politicians there. We were dedicated to the proceedings of the conference to the extent that we caught the eye of Professor Steve Harvey. Professor, just stand up and wave. Professor Steve Harvey, a professor with Johns Hopkins University, and a friend of his, Manuel. What transpired after meeting Professor is that we started putting the idea of our patron, Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa, a community approach to malaria, into concept. And we managed to bring on board almost all the universities in Uganda. Yesterday we had a meeting which our patron appreciated. And in the meeting we had Makerere University professors, we had Muni University professors, Gulu University professors, Busitema University professors. We had other stakeholders who are really supporting us to come up with this concept. That is Alameda Mosquito Abatement Districts. We had IDRC, Alliance Biodiversity and CIT. We had UPRI, where are you? We had San Bernardino County. And then we also had the presence, because the meeting was also on Zoom. We had Johns Hopkins, Bloomberg School of Public Health, Mosquito Den. Basically, we are meeting with these technical people so that we put the concept of a community approach to malaria, into a practice. We are looking at involving the community in stages of design. in stages of implementing. We, the parliamentarians, want to mobilize a team per village, which team will be trained by the entomologists, the doctors, on how, first and foremost, identify the mosquito sources in the various villages. Number two, they will be trained on how to collect these mosquitoes so that we pass them to UVRI, we pass them to the universities for identification, and then they can prescribe an appropriate intervention, integrated vector management tool to actually now, they are clapping the scientists, you're picking it. So basically this is the concept, and we want to be pivotal at mobilization. This is what Ministry of Health has been calling mass action against malaria. This is what we in UPFM, with our patron, we've been saying that a malaria-free constituency starts with me. That is the journey we are moving. So we are now strengthening ourselves in mosquito control practice to complement what the Ministry of Health is doing. Thank you very much. The words are many. What we've done as UPFM is a lot, but I urge the development partners who are here that at an appropriate time, let us sit and talk. I feel UPFM has moved a long journey towards eliminating malaria by 2030, and many people are giving us shape. So come we meet so that we see how we can stand with each other, so that we identify areas where we can collaborate. Thank you very much for honoring us. We are greatly indebted for you turning up on this wonderful day.
Team, we want to thank you for supporting us. I'm told today is not a day of speech, so allow me to say that what I would have said, I'll speak to the media and I'll give my brief to the media. So to save time, I just want to say two things. We are here to end death due to malaria, and we can do it. People die due to malaria because they seek care late or seek care from the wrong place. So my call is to all members and the community to support everybody that once you seek care for malaria treatment, in time we will end malaria deaths. On average, every day 14 people die due to malaria. At the end of the year, we have lost 6,000 people. But we can reverse this and end this. Thank you very
The Minister of Health, members of Parliament, all protocol observed. Right Honourable Speaker, my job is simple. I'm only escorting a team of young people. The most at risk population for malaria, Right Honourable Speaker, are children. After every 2.5 hours, a child dies in Uganda. And those are only the cases that are reported, Right Honourable Speaker, in the government health facilities. The numbers could be more. For those of the children who are going to private health facilities, they're not recorded. And then we have children who are also dying at home. Right Honourable Speaker, many a times we have been on this campaign for malaria, and these are the unheard voices of the affected population. So we thought we were not speaking enough, and we said, okay, let us put the people who are the most affected to speak to the leadership of this country. And maybe when they speak to the leadership will listen. Before I hand over the mic to the team of the the children. I also want to report to you, Right Honorable Speaker, that very recently in Cameroon, when we were attending the ministers' conference, the donors said that they are shifting their priorities to climate change, wars and other things, and that countries that are high burdened, like Uganda, which is among the high burden to high impact countries, should start funding their campaign. Right Honorable Speaker, the government of Uganda supports the National Malaria Control Program with 5%. 95% of their budget is donor supported. We are aware that there's shrinking donor funding. One of our biggest donors, the British Aid, in 2022 pulled out of bilateral support, and we're aware that more donors are going to pull out. The reason we came with this team is to speak to the leadership, to speak to parliamentarians. You have the power to appropriate resources. All we are saying is that within the thin resource envelope, can we have some funds ring-fenced for malaria control? Thank you for coming. I want to introduce the leader of the team, Abigail, to take over. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
My name is Nyamgisha Abigail. I am representing all these children. Petition to the 11th Parliament of Uganda on the 2024 World Malaria Day commemoration. Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Thomas Tayebwa. All protocols observed. We, the children of Uganda, submit this petition on behalf of all children in Uganda. In light of commemoration of World Malaria Day, as children, we are the most at-risk group, and as concerned advocates for children's right to health, we are deeply committed to promoting every child's right to health. Our petition requests the following actions from Parliament. 1. Increasing funding for malaria prevention and treatment as Government of Uganda. 2. Use your various platforms to amplify prevention and elimination. 3. Include malaria services into all healthcare services. 4. Support research and innovation that will get us to malaria elimination. 5. Let malaria be included in all sectors of development. By addressing these critical areas, Parliament can uphold children's rights to health and contribute to Uganda's effort to eliminate malaria. We respectfully request that our petition be considered and read before Parliament.
There is nothing that is so difficult when we are united together, and the forum is in the lead. My last appreciation goes to the children. Thank you very much, children, for working every year and for the petition. We have had your petition. It is to Parliament. I know the implementation is with the Ministry of Health. Once it is read in Parliament, I can assure you that we shall be committed to implement whatever directive and resolutions that the Parliament of Uganda comes up with. But allow me to let you know that the pattern of malaria in Uganda is changing, and we need to change with the pattern. We are now seeing malaria affecting adolescents in addition to our children and the pregnant women. The vaccine that we are getting only protects 50%. That means it is not the magic bullet. The magic is in our hands. The magic is with us. United, malaria will go. I thank you again. It is now my honor, Right Honorable Chief Walker.
Parliament is strategy of taking the parliament to the people. This is your parliament, and therefore whatever we do should be fitting within your aspirations as a country. I want to thank you, honorable colleagues, for making it, and our pace setter, the Honorable Nathan Byanjima, our senior, who set the pace. I don't know where Honorable Macho, whether he has already gone to smuggle. Honorable Minister, in a special way, I want to thank you. I want to really thank you. You're right Minister for Health, because you're healthy. I want to thank the children. The children are special. The children who managed to walk, the adults did over 10 kilometers. The children did over 5 kilometers. We really, really appreciate it. Because when I was walking, I was singing future presidents, I was singing future ministers for health, future members of parliament. Really want to thank you, our children. And your petition, I'm glad it was received before members. We are going to create a special session where we shall discuss that petition as a house. I only want to request that you allow us, because if we are to do it on the day commemorating a malaria day, then it would mean the minister would be in the house instead of being at the commemoration. So we shall do it, we shall coordinate with Madam Hajara and the MPs so that we do it after next week. What is very important is taking action on the points. And I'll also invite you to be in the gallery and to join us in Parliament. We shall have lunch together that day in Parliament. And you see MPs, you see your representatives and how they'll be making their commitments on these issues. Now, I really don't want to take a lot of time because the technical people have given all the statistics. I just want to request the minister, because I was with a colleague from a neighboring country, and he challenged me. He said, Uganda, why are you donating malaria to us? Now we are exporting malaria to our neighbors. We are exporting the burden to our neighbors because we have failed to take certain action. And to me, as an ordinary person, I believe malaria is more dangerous than even COVID. If we could get half of the effort we put in fighting COVID and we put it in fighting malaria, I can tell you in 1 year malaria will be gone. Maybe because malaria is killing mainly the poor, that's why we are not putting in effort. Otherwise COVID was killing us, the rich. Hey, COVID killed a lot of rich people. And maybe that's why we woke up and we started running around. To me, malaria is killing people because it's not killing someone in your home. Because you're able in Kampala, the cases are not as many as in northern Uganda, as in Kibuku, as in Mitoma. So we are not taking it seriously. But I want honorable colleagues, we make a commitment that we are going to work with the executive. We put a lot of focus on fighting malaria. We commit ourselves that in our budget we are going to provide all the money needed to fight malaria. Thank you, honorable colleagues. This year we have put 25 billion in the budget for kids. I think this is the first time for malaria kids. It's just the beginning. But I want to request you, Honourable Minister, that you and, because I've had some discussions, that you and WHO, you reconcile your positions on spraying and laryngitis. Because countries which have eliminated malaria have sprayed. Our neighbors, all who are doing well, have sprayed. We don't need to go and reinvent the wheel. Let us make a decision as a country that we are going to spray. And we, Parliament, we shall give you that money. We spray. A person from my area in Mitoma doesn't know your negotiations and your politics of you disagreeing with the WHO and all that. No, they don't even know WHO, though it's our biggest partner. What they want is eliminating malaria. The business of saying Parliament is the one which broke the other time. Parliament said we cannot spray what? Now this is the new Parliament. We are going to take charge. If we agree on spraying, we are going to push it on the floor. We shall provide the money, and Parliament will not interfere with the workers' executive, as long as you feel that's the right way to do it. If Rwanda has sprayed, if Kenya has sprayed, if Tanzania has sprayed, and malaria has gone, why are we having, you scientists agree to each other? Yes. So, Honourable Minister, I hope in the next 3 months you can bring us a strategy that is costed, and we put our foot on the ground and we provide money to sort out that issue. I have seen cases of country, and I want to thank the professors who visited me at office from the various universities. Involving communities is what is important. The nets you are sending to the communities, some are being used for making the strongest ropes, some are used for squeezing juice, some for wedding gowns, some for fishing, some for looking after chicken, you know, some kukwate and swa. I mean, it's not helping. It's not helping. So let's put in all the effort. I have seen indeed 5% is what we are providing. Honourable Minister, the commitment you made before your fellow ministers, let's go back and we ensure we provide money for that. So I really, my major focus, I don't want to dilute my message. My major focus is on the strategy for eliminating malaria. This treatment won't work. Treatment is so costly. The money we are spending on treating malaria is so much, and yet we are losing many young people. We are losing our pregnant mothers. We are losing very productive people. The time they spend on treatment and all that, and the strain they are putting on our health facilities. So let's make a commitment that indeed, I've asked many people, why aren't we spraying? Why aren't we larviciding? Who is blocking you? What can we tell our people? Imagine countries are choosing us of exporting malaria to them. Honourable Minister, I want to stop there. Okay? And request in 3 months.
Where emphasis is put on treatment, emphasis is put on prevention, prophylactic treatment, like the way it is in northern Uganda among the children below age of 5 and the pregnant women. And then there's been some distribution of mosquito nets, though this time it has been at a larger scale than it has been before. So the Deputy Speaker today is advocating for spraying and larviciding. Ideally, he is saying that if we are to fight malaria, the enemy is the mosquito. If we give it attention, look for it in whichever village it is, identify those sources together with the community, establish the types of mosquitoes in those sources together with the community, then the ministry prescribes the intervention tool that we should use, either larviciding or spraying indoors. If that population keeps coming down, we shall eventually eliminate malaria. We shall get reports in the health facilities within those communities that they are no longer receiving malaria patients. This has been the case with sleeping sickness, and today in Parliament, among the organizations that are here for repealing or mainstreaming is the Trypanosomiasis Control Council. It has overlived its usefulness because it has already eliminated sleeping sickness. So as such, the council is being repealed and it is being mainstreamed in the ministry, which is agriculture. That's what has eliminated actually disease that should be in health, such that the department in the ministry controls, keeps monitoring to avoid resurgence of this disease in any future date. The same example we feel, as the Deputy Speaker has communicated, should be followed for malaria, so that it gets eliminated same style, same way as sleeping sickness was. And that is nothing but spraying and larviciding.